if you say you can, then don't let them say you can't. Shit ain't gonna be funny when you laughing to the bank. Hey, if you know you right, then don't let them say you ain't. Get where you going, gotta stand up in the paint.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Welcome to Global Local Podcast. I go by the name of Global Local Rell Don. P, talk to him. What we doing?
Hey, man, it's your guy, Global Local Don, back again, man. Season 2, Global Local Podcast. We got some special guests in here today, man. Today is Father's Day, June 15th. So, Rell and I decided to do an episode with our kids, you know what I'm saying? So, we got Kaylin, London, Takara, and Destiny in here with us today. Some Chris County students from Cordele, Georgia. And what school you go to, Kaylin? Northside High. What is it? Warren Robin? What is it? That Houston County though? Yep. Northside High. So yeah, man, these are our guests in here today. So we just want to get in here and give our kids an opportunity to be able to have a platform, talk about some things, address some things today.
What y'all got? What y'all want to discuss?
Anybody want to kick it off? What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Start with the oldest first.
Takara, what we doing?
Okay, so Dad, you got all girls, but Uncle Rell, you got
2 boys and one girl.
Exactly. So
Come on up to the mic.
Oh.
Come on up to the mic. So people, this is Takara. This is she's what, 17 years old?
Yeah, I'm 17.
17 years old. This is one of my daughters, one of my beautiful daughters. And she got a topic or question she gonna start off with us today.
Dang, what is it called? It's called anyways, what's the differences in boundaries between y'all female kids and y'all male kids? Because they be like, it's not really equal. How do y'all feel about that? Or, what's y'all outlook on it?
When you say boundaries, give me give me an example of what you mean.
Like, for example, some fathers will let their sons have girlfriends a lot faster than they'll let their daughters have boyfriends.
Okay.
So pretty much, do we think it's a double standard?
Yeah, basically.
I really think first it's just very important that a father is in the household. Let's say that first. When you talking about your daughters, but with me, if you're in high school, I think it's okay to date. I want you to date while you have company or whatever. I want you to do that while you up in the house with us, up on our umbrella, versus you dating outside, you know what I'm saying, like doing it on your own. So I can kind of walk with you, you know what I'm saying? So he already know. I try to.
You feel like your standards is the same they would be with Kaylin as they would be
with Camille, yeah.
With Camille.
If you're 15, 16, okay, I always put myself in that mindset when I was that age. You know what I'm saying? Kids they get to wondering, and you do a lot when you 9th grade, 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to open that door when I'm able to hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with it.
I think to answer your question, Takara, with me, I don't have any boys, but if I did, I think I would be one of the ones to fall victim to a double standard.
Okay, why is that?
Just because I'm more protective of my daughters. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like if I did have a son, I probably would be more apt to let him kind of experience things, to learn things through experiences. With my daughters, I feel like I'm gonna need to be there a lot more. You know what I mean?
You got a certain age you feel like you'll let your daughter start?
As far as like dating, I mean, London 17, she kind of, well, nah, not as far as a number. You know what I'm saying? Takara 17, London 17, Destiny hadn't started dating. Did you start dating yet? All right, Destiny 16. So as far as a number, I wouldn't say, but it's like more of a level of maturity. Okay. It's a level of maturity, but at least, 14, 15 years old before you even because this the thing, right? I can't deny the fact that your body gonna go through changes. You're gonna go through puberty. You're gonna have feelings. You're gonna have emotion that all of us have to transition. That we experience during the transition. So I respect that, but I feel like just because you're 14, 15, that don't really give you the right to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You know what I mean? I think that it definitely you need to be focused on the thing that you need to be focused on first, right? And then, maybe you can entertain some of that. So with me and my daughters, it ain't necessarily a number, but it's an age of maturity. And with me, the biggest thing with me is I kind of want to monitor it. Like I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions. They know with them, I ain't like getting their phones and going through it, but I ask them a lot of questions, man. I'm gonna get in your business. I'm gonna stay in your business, whether I like the answer or not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that it's my job to be able to help guide you through the process. Maybe if I had a son, maybe I wouldn't be as on him as much. I probably should, but I just feel like having girls with me is definitely an overprotective factor there. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like with young men, it's totally different because you say you could get in their business with a girl with a female. They're going to tell you more. Like with them, with Kaylin, them, they the same way I was. I'm keeping my little hidden to myself. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of that in him. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. Though.
I see with that.
I feel like it's vulnerability, like telling you more. For example, I tell my dad more than I tell my mom because I feel like I have a safe space with my dad. He's made that for me where I can tell him stuff without him necessarily asking. Or when he asks questions, I still feel safe to tell him, even though he may not like the answer.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that you tell your dad more? You think it would be different if y'all was in the same household? Do you think you tell him more because y'all kind of distance a little bit, like y'all have to communicate more versus the needs to, like they're in the house with him. So
I feel like I still would tell him.
Still would tell him. Okay,
yeah.
That's good.
Lana, how you feel? You feel like you can be open with me pretty much about anything?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm still under my mama a lot. So I tell my mom, I do tell my mom more than I tell you, but majority of the time y'all be in the same, like y'all be together when I tell y'all stuff. So. And then I just be want to see both sides, like a woman's side from it and how a man feel from the same situation.
What about you, Des?
I think I tell my mama more, but it also kind of just depends on what I'm talking to y'all about. Like, I might talk to you, I obviously talk to you more about like basketball, academics. I think when it came to my anxiety, I think I told y'all both kind of equally, about what was going on. But I think, just depending on like the subject and who I'm more comfortable talking to about it, or like who I think knows more about the situation. I think that depends on what I talk about.
Quick question: Is it like I'm gonna say like a kind of gap between like what you'll tell your dad versus what you'll tell your mom? Do y'all? Because I get that a lot in my household, but I know it ain't a bad thing, but I know it's thing he gonna talk to his mom about that he ain't gonna talk to me about. Do y'all have to go through that as well?
I think so. Just I think like gender wise, as I want to say, cause like I would talk to my mama more about probably boys and stuff than I would dad.
Okay. What about you, Kayla?
I want to say something real quick. Cause her original question, London, how old were you the first time when you asked could your male friend come over?
I was 14.
You were 14 years old. The way I handled that with her, if I had a boy, I wouldn't have handled it the same way. You know what I mean? And I should tell you, the first time I heard, cause I ain't used to no boy talking in our house. You know what I'm saying? I heard some little bass and some voice about here. You know what I mean? I'm in here sleep. I hear a little bass in the house. So, she had already asked her mother. You know what I mean? Had already talked to us about it. Had already talked to me about it, so I knew what was going on. But I got up and I grabbed my shotgun. I walked in there. Hey, young man, how you doing? I shook your hand, and I cocked my shotgun. 12 gauge. You hear me?
For real.
Yeah, and I let him know, hey, you welcome in my house, but don't let nothing stand up in here that ain't got no legs on it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could dig it.
So if I had a boy, I probably wouldn't handle the situation that way. There's no way I would have came at a girl aggressive like, hey man, don't be trying to do this to my son, or don't be, you know what I mean? And I don't have nothing against it. I wouldn't really even try to, I wouldn't just say even try to scare. But I'm just letting you know that, hey man, ain't no, hey, this a household that's with a king protected by queens. You hear me? Yeah. And if you come to my household, y'all gonna respect my household.
The rules and boundaries.
Yeah, definitely. So yes. With me, I do have a double standard. I'm gonna be more protective of my girls than probably my boys.
I got you.
And that might not be right, but that's just my personal feeling.
All right, Kaylin, let's go back. Let's revisit that topic. Why is it like a gap between like?
I think because like she said, gender, but at the same time, I mean like me, I always been self-centered, so like sometimes I might not say nothing about it. I just handle it on my own.
Hey, Rell, I got something I want to ask you, right? Well, something I kind of like wanna throw out there. This still on the same topic too. If I had a house full of boys, me and my boys, I probably wouldn't want you to be a virgin at 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. I ain't saying I would just promote you to be promiscuous, but with these days and times, you know what I mean, and you know, I'm not throwing no shots at nobody about nothing. But at these days and time, I would be kind of more afraid of my boys not growing up to be strong men. You know what I mean? And I know that, like, necessarily, I don't want them to be sexualized, but I want to know that you gonna be you like women. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want them to fall victim to this cute world. The world cute. They want men to be cute. Let's say that.
Yeah, man. I kind of want my boys to go through that, and then with my girls, I feel the opposite. I feel like you should hold it as long as you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I heard you say one time before that you're a strict parent. You're a strict father, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all agree that y'all dad is strict?
Strict.
Nah.
Okay.
Maybe when we was like younger, you know, we got whoopings and stuff, but that was about like
What about you?
trivial stuff, like
what about
cleaning
you?
up and stuff.
What about you, Caleb?
Oh nah.
None of y'all don't think y'all dad is strict. Do y'all think I'm mean in any way?
No.
Huh? You think I let a lot slide?
I feel like you have tough love, and you always put in our minds like we need to have our responsibilities taken care of before we want to do what we actually want to do. So no, I don't really think it's strict. You know, you're just making sure we handle
you
our
just have,
business
like,
first.
expectations for us. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Kayla, you don't think I'm strict?
Nah. You just want me to do the best, but nah.
That good.
Sometimes you be wigging though.
I appreciate the fact. I appreciate the fact that y'all y'all mature enough to take that in. You know what I'm saying? Cause me compared to some of when I was growing up, some of my peers, if I was a dad or one of their dad, I would say, yeah, they dad are cool, but yeah, he mean too. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm glad that y'all know that, hey man, my daddy let me do things, but that's only because you gonna do what you supposed to do first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. I always preach that to y'all. If you do what you supposed to do, you can do what you want to do. But if you out here messing up and doing this, that, and the third, you better believe that I'm coming to lay some law down. I'm coming to lay some law down. You know what I'm saying? Or it's time for you. It's time for you to when it's time for you to override my rules. It's time for you to have your own household.
Yeah, time for you to go. What's one thing that y'all can say that y'all peers, like one of your classmates or your friends, y'all seen them do something that y'all just know that, like, give me an example that you just know you ain't gonna do, like something you done seen one of your friends do.
Get pregnant before I get out of high school.
Okay. Takara?
I haven't seen a friend do this, but I heard about it. Teenagers be smoking blacks.
Okay.
I would never do that.
Hey, and vapes. And vapes.
Never do that.
Okay.
You'll never smoke a black and mild.
No.
London?
I just say like going places without letting your parents know.
Oh yeah, that
Like
one
just
too.
randomly getting up and leaving. Ain't without it.
Being in the streets and going to jail. Cause like I got a homeboy in jail, but like, I know that ain't the way to go.
Okay, you know it easy too though. You know that trouble easy to get into, and y'all know you're gonna hear that a lot. But the thing is that I think more take it a step further, get a little deep into it. It's really a decision making. See, it's easy to not make the best decision, and then when you make the habit of not making the right decision, that's how you start to get into trouble. But that's one thing, Takara, you know, I've been on you hard lately. You know what I mean? About creating habits of making good decisions. Because if you make making the right decision a habit, then it's not hard to do. Anytime you face with this or that, which one the best? I'm going to choose that one. Which one the right one? I'm going to choose that one. regardless of your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Choose the best one, the right one, and once you make that a habit, you'll start to pattern your life into a space to where you always end up on the right side of the fence.
I think that start with the people you hang around though. Like none of my homeboys be, you feel me? Like in no bad situations. We all
Don't be out here.
Yeah, we all play sports, talk to female.
How are you right? How are you, Caleb?
15.
15. I'm gonna ask you a question. You ever seen a gun before?
Yeah.
You seen one amongst your peers?
Yeah.
Like any of your peers toting right now?
Like one of my homeboys in jail.
Oh, okay. All right, so, we had talked about that before, you know what I mean? And I asked that, to be open. This a real reality that we facing in America that just it wasn't that bad when we were growing up. But, like, man, these kids, 13, 14, 15, 16, firearms are everyday reality to them. You know what I mean? So, if I had a piece of advice to give you, your dad used to always, because he don't have experience, this stuff he used to preach to me. Man, don't never keep your hands off them guns. You know what I mean? Just keep your hands off. I ain't that good coming from it, and you ain't gonna. You growing up, and most kids, even though they'll act like they different, most kids in a situation to where they don't need no gun. Period. I don't care what kind of smoke they got with other partner. Most of them don't need no gun. Period. Yeah. They want one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, don't fall victim to that. You know what I mean? Don't fall victim to that at all, man. That's one of the worst things. That's one of the worst decisions you can make as a teenage black boy is to put your hands on a firearm.
On a firearm, that real. And I'm going to say this, like, if you say, okay, you might feel like that's your partner or whatever, but just straight up, if he already going to jail, me knowing you being your father, I know, like, bro, that ain't your partner, bro. I'm just being for real from the guys that I met. I must say, I met him before. Okay, because I'm just saying, like just being for real, for what you trying to do for yourself, bro, like, you can't, not to say that, he can't make a mistake and he can't come back from that, but, like, right now, just going to jail, bro, like, that ain't the move at all, man, like, for real.
No, it wasn't even like that, though. It was basically like, we all grew up together, but he just chose a different route. Okay. No, I ain't on that, but.
I got you.
What challenges y'all facing in school right now? Like, what do you think some of the things that that may be a hindrance to you or some of your peers on a day-to-day basis in school? What's something that cause setbacks to some of your partners?
Going to school. What don't even get to school?
Not even going to school.
Not even going to school.
That's a big thing. Skipping school.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
That's crazy.
So to the kids out there, we run them down now. These the things that gonna keep you set back and keep you from being successful. Skipping school. Give me some more, Caitlin. Give me some more, London.
Like going to school just for like the boys or the girls. Like I always just want to go to school to see what they at.
Got
like,
your mind in the wrong place.
Always in the hallway.
Going to school with the wrong intention.
Wrong intention.
Couldn't class, not even in class. I was at the vending machine. Time I walk past, I see you.
At the vending machine. Give me one, Carl.
Like a specific setback or just
Yeah,
like
nah,
what can
give me
cause
some decisions.
You go to school in Duval. I know you got a lot of them.
Yeah, we got Duval County. I forgot. We said Creek County and Northside High. I forgot about what Riverside High School.
Lee. I would say bad parenting. I feel like just seeing people nowadays, a lot of their parents don't care enough to enforce them to go to school and do their work. Like, even you could get a call from the teacher and the parent really won't get on the child about it. It'll still be the same stuff over again.
Yeah,
you think that do you think that comes from the parent feeling like that they can't get through to a child already? Cause you know, at a certain stage, that child gotta be responsible for their own decision. If you 17, then you can't say, "Hey, man, I'm 16, 17, ain't nobody making me go to school, so that's why I ain't going." At a certain point in time, you know better. You know what I'm saying? So, back to the original question: what's one thing that you think that your peers do that sets them back, that prevents them from being successful?
Smoking in school.
Smoking in school. Yeah, smoking in general.
Say it, Destiny.
Smoking one of the things that set you back.
Yeah. Don't it like it mess up with like how your brain function. You frying brain cells ain't even there yet.
So Destiny, what's another thing you would think? You was
I think not putting any effort into like your work at all. Like you get in the classroom, you don't do nothing. You get out, go to the next classroom, you don't do nothing.
You see
Like,
people like that?
Yes, all the time, and it made me so like just mad because it's like y'all have no ambition to like get out. Like, and it's like some folks they'll just have, you know, because we live in Cordele, our town not that great, right? So some folks will just be like already have the mindset that they're just not gonna be nothing in life. You know, that like stereotype is already falling down on them, and I just feel like if you try to break it, it don't gotta be like that. Like you don't have to be the black dude that ended up in jail for like hanging around the wrong guys, or like the girl that got pregnant at like 14 and just have a bad relationship with a baby daddy and stuff like that. You don't have to have that narrative if you make the right decisions and you put, you know, the forth the effort to better your life.
Yeah, it starts at home though, within the system, and they might not have the system that y'all, you know what I'm saying, accustomed to having. So, you know, if you that's what we're here for, man. So if y'all got
that's
any
why
advice,
we need to have these conversations.
y'all any advice for them, you see somebody going through that, try to uplift them, because you know, like ain't none of us got the right answers. Because I had homeboys like that too, you know what I'm saying, and I always did my work, but you know, I just was always trying to uplift people too, you know what I'm saying. So when you see somebody like that, give them some gems.
Yeah,
man,
so if
some
you're a
advice.
teenager out there watching it right now, or your parents, you know, some things skipping skipping school, going to school with the wrong intention, smoking, getting high, and just not putting effort into accomplishing your goals. These are some of the things that if you're doing them, you need to change them right now. Because if not, then you know they already setting you up for a path of failure.
Yeah, and the main thing too is knowing what you want to be. Like I don't care if you just not in the 8th grade, whatever, going to 9th grade, whatever, man. Know what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take you a long way, because you don't want to get out here 11th, 10th grade. Now you just gotta figure it out. It ain't too late, but if you know already, like you playing basketball, London, what she say she want to be nurse practitioner. She already ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? Like she know.
I think it's more importantly to know what you don't want to be. You know, to know what situation, because it might take you a little time to figure it out.
Your do's and your don'ts.
Yeah, but you need to know some of the things that you don't need to be doing.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But if you locked in and you know that, hey boy, I'm gonna be a nurse. Did what it gonna be. Ain't nothing gonna. You know that I'm not gonna go be a convicted felon. I'm gonna stay away from any kind of misdemeanors, any kind of trouble. So you know you're gonna create that path. If you know that in the 9th grade, like bro, there's so many people that I know that had they known early on what they wanted to be, their life would have been. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be 25, 26 trying to figure it out. So that's some advice, some silent advice. I wanna.
What advice would y'all give like to a dad, to a father that's out here trying to raise a teenager, dealing with teenagers growing up? What advice would you give?
Stay in the household. Just stay in the household. Just having a father figure there is good already. I think you should definitely stay in the household. That is a lot.
Dad should try to remain in the household with their kids as much as possible, staying close to them.
Yeah.
What you think, London?
I think sometimes that dads need to be like more vulnerable, like about their feelings and stuff.
So what you think? We should open up more to.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
I feel like majority dads kind of closed off, like kind of like, I don't know, ask your mama or something like that. Like be more be more interactive with your kids
and more open to discuss stuff. I got you.
Ooh, I like that one too, because females are usually the ones who more emotional. That's probably why a lot of daughters go to their mothers, because they're more emotional and can understand them. And then I'm going to my dad. He already got what he wanted to say set in his mind. It's like, I just want to talk to you, and I want you to be here and listen.
All right, cool. What advice would you give a dad, Kay?
Be more considerate about what's going on. Cause like everybody have bad days and stuff. So like they said, listen more. That's really it.
I think having an open line of communication with your kids is a very important thing. You know what I'm saying? Like with parents. And see, I want y'all to know that too. I want the teenagers out there to know that too. A lot of us, when I mean by us, I mean the parents. A lot of us are learning parenting as we growing up, as we raising y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people had good parents, or a lot of people were taught, but a lot of us, we learning on the fly. So be a little patient. You know what I'm saying with your parent too. You know what I'm saying, to know that, hey, a lot of times this is something it ain't like they just read a manual. They know exactly the right way to handle every situation. You know what I'm saying, but 9 times out of 10, if it's anything, it's gonna be out of love. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with your parent. You know what I mean? But I would say that, man, we'll take that into consideration anytime you're dealing with your kid. Try to keep an open line of communication. You know what I'm saying? And with that, us as dads, a lot of time that take us initiating that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to go to your kid, hey, what's going on with you today? You know what I'm saying? How you feeling? What happened? Tell me specifically about what happened today. Now tell me their name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell me what, woo. You know what I mean? And really, develop that open line of communication with trust. So that y'all can be able to have that type of dialogue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do y'all think some things that within the school system, y'all think that, like, by y'all being in Cordele, you in Warner Robins, you in Jacksonville, what do y'all think some things that the school system can do to improve to help y'all as students? Because somebody out there somebody on the school board gonna see this and, like, you know what I'm saying, something you think that might can, you know what I'm saying, change even in the classroom or for y'all learning. Like, is it anything y'all think, you know what I'm saying?
I think the teachers need to start back being like more interactive and not just giving out like paperwork all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Or like assigning an assignment on a Chromebook or something like that.
Yeah, like actually get up and teach, explain. Don't have an attitude when I got a question about if something I'm not sure about.
So y'all would say in y'all in the school system, y'all go to, it's more, y'all feel like it's already the college field type? Like you basically on your own?
Some teachers, yeah. I'll say this: a lot of teachers at Chris County, I think, are pretty supportive. It's only like 2 to 3 teachers I can think of that kind of have like that college type classroom, maybe.
Okay.
But most teachers, they do get burnt out, and they just after like men with the same amount of kids trying different things. If the kids don't change, then the teacher's not gonna change.
On a day-to-day basis, in y'all classrooms at school, how many? Let's say if it's 20 people in the class, what would you say on average? How many students are serious about their education in here, and how many here just to be here?
In the classroom?
Yeah, in the classroom. If you got 20 people here,
Yeah, probably like
about half of them.
7.
We said 9. That ain't good, though.
It also depends on what classroom you in, though. Like,
smart classroom, you could
yeah.
classroom.
But even in like the honor classes, after these kids, they just do they work like everybody else just to get by. Like,
Man, so you will say on a daily basis about 50% only about 50% of the people you going to school with serious about their education and furthering their career.
not even that.
Not even that much.
Like 30%.
Like 30%.
For me, I say 50%.
Sometimes I slip in that other 75. 70%. Like sometimes I just do my work just to do it. It just really depends on the subject.
Yeah.
How I'm feeling that.
Do y'all think that has a lot to do with? I know Rell said it all started at home. Y'all think that have a lot to do with the way that they were brought up, they parenting? Cause it seemed like it easy for y'all, but that because it was like embedded, it was really about forced into y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like you really couldn't you couldn't really be around me and not do your homework.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just not something that I'm gonna allow. You know what I mean? And
It matter about the environment too, though, cause like it be a lot going on. Feel me? Like with boys, I know the streets, women, all that. So it'd be hard to just focus on school, and then you got so much other distractions in your vision.
Kayla, how much do you think that you face some peer pressure with girls from your?
I don't find no pressure.
You don't face no. It's just natural, huh? You just like them anyway, huh? Don't you? Yeah, you can yell, so.
And see, that's crazy. And I'm glad we touched on that for real. All right, Kayla, let's talk about this now. We're gonna get on some grown folks stuff. Let's talk about this, just manhood type stuff. In your life, how many women you seen your daddy with?
1.
All right, cool. When I talk to you about your girlfriend, whatever, what do you know what I always tell you about that? Like just dealing with multiple women, what I always say?
Just keep one step away.
Stay out of the way, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I said that to say this, like, I went through a lot of stuff, but everything, what you just said a minute ago, I was learning as I went. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, oh, I'm a popular person. Oh, but I can sleep with that person, do it. You know, so I could live freely, but that's not the way. You feel what I'm saying? it's STDs out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much you can get into. Getting somebody pregnant, like then the thing is too.
You have a spiritual exchange. See, that's what they don't be knowing.
You have definitely a spiritual exchange. It took me 25, 30 years to know that. But I want to tell y'all this, man. Life is so precious and so, I'm going to look in the camera when I say this. It's so beautiful when you get to pick your mate. You get to pick, oh, this is who I want to have a child with and spend the rest of my life with. Y'all got those choices. You see what I'm saying? It's somebody, it's millions of people right now somewhere dealing with a woman, a child, or a man dealing with a child, and they don't even like them. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, when y'all out here now, man, life is beautiful when you get to create the type of life you want to live. So that's something I want y'all to know, man. Y'all got that. Y'all keep it like that. I don't care how good a nigga look or what he got. Boy, you ain't nobody. All that shit, jewelry, what, boy, you ain't nobody. Just don't be fooled. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I want to tell y'all. But he know I be on the head, like, bro, don't give a damn. Like, you go, oh, damn, you testing that many? But you don't need one. I had to learn that, though. You know what I'm saying? My uncle come home, this last time before I hold on one second. I seen my uncle deal with 2-3 women for 20 years, and I thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? So when I grow up, what you think I'm going to do? What you finna say, Gabe?
It's just the world we live in, though. No disrespect to them, but the females ain't having one boy neither, so like, you feel me?
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
It's like slime will get slime at this point. So.
Yeah, damn.
You better have 5 because she got 5.
Yeah. See, and I think that right there is just creating like a
cycle.
There you go, baby.
And
It's just creating a cycle. So
wrong mentality too.
Hey man, that mean pretty much we just kicking. Hey man, the only way I could deal with you, man, you a hoe, I'm gonna be a bigger hoe. That's the only way. Cause that's really what you're telling me. That was really
not
what you're
saying
telling me.
that you have the wrong mentality. I'm just saying like a lot of people out here got that. You know what I'm saying?
And see that when you think like, boy, slime get slime. The only way out here to be the hoe is to be a bigger hoe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the wrong way to look at it. You know what I mean? Don't never approach yourself like that because you really be diminishing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You putting bodies on your own top. You know what I mean?
That spin cycle.
And see. Against popular belief, with a lot of time girls get criticized for that, and boys get praised for it. You know what I'm saying? But man, you'll realize the older you get, like I said, it's a real strong spiritual exchange there, and they're gonna get to a point to where you gonna see some of the women that you had the opportunity or you slept with or had hair. You wish you wouldn't even done that, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't even real. You feel like that today?
What?
That's what I'm
Look
saying.
at that bitch. She on powder. Why you lay down with it?
Yeah, man. See, and so. As young boy, we not taught that. You know what I'm saying? See, it's going to be something you hit right now in 10, 11, 12th grade. You're going to be ashamed of when you get 30. You know what I'm saying? You and your wife be walking in the grocery store or something, and you be like, damn, man.
You ducking. I hope they don't speak to me.
Yeah, I hope she don't speak to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to be, you know what I mean? Associated. But at the time, you felt the same way. You actually felt the same way as a teenager. But you just wanted a piece of that. You just want to knock that off. You know what I'm saying? But we not being taught, or we wasn't taught. So we teaching y'all, man, you'll have so much more just a solid connection with yourself when you save yourself for somebody who really means something to you. You know what
Start
I mean?
with your self-discipline early.
For real.
It's hard to find that though.
It is.
It ain't easy, y'all make it seem.
Now, let me tell you how.
I know both of y'all married and jump.
Yeah, but get what? To get what?
It's hard to find the right skill out in the back. You know, a lot of skills in the back.
Check this out. Hey, nephew, that real though. It's a lot of skittles in the bag, right? But get what though? That don't mean you got to eat them out.
Yeah, and get.
No, I'm just saying you got to. You know how you find the right one.
So he want a couple.
You wait until you know what's already the right type of individual for you. And then when you meet them, you already know they'll line up. You know what I'm saying? See, you're going to go through 50 because you're going to see one and she's going to look good to you. You know what I'm saying? She's going to look good and she's going to sign to you. But it's a lot of internal things that might not align with your purpose. But if you don't even value yourself enough, like if you don't use the knowledge and wisdom and value yourself enough to know that, hey, man, I need to wait and peep these type of things, like, it'll save me a lot in the long run, cause like you saying, there's a lot of bag in the skittles. There's a lot of skittles in the bag. A lot of them skittles in the bag burning. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, nah, I ain't hear you speak to the camera.
We ain't even looking that way.
No, they in there. See, you saying
but
you ain't
you-
looking
you-
that
but-
way.
but
You
you
looking in
don't
the
know.
bag.
But you don't know.
See, there you go. See, you don't wanna. You looking in the bag. You saying it's a lot of Skittles in here, but you ain't.
We analyze before we touch anything.
But you can't analyze that though.
Nah,
That's
time
like
out. I don't even
mentality,
want to
though.
argue with that. Hold on. I want to ask you a question. How you analyze somebody having an STD? I'm just asking.
The street talk.
Huh? So you think the street know everybody with AIDS?
Nah, they don't.
You think
Just gotta hope they do.
you just gotta hope they do.
Just gotta hope they
So that what you gonna live your life in the hands of hoping that this here ain't got HIV? Huh?
Hey, man.
Now let's talk about it, man. Cause see, we laughing and joking, but get what? That's a lot of the mentality, or cause you just speaking the men, you just speaking the mentality or the youth. But see, that's why we here to tell y'all, hey man, you can change that mentality. Like you don't have to follow that mentality, and that ain't how it is out here. I'll take that back. That's how it is out here, but that don't mean that how it got to be with you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be like that with you. You see what I'm saying?
And at that rate, what he's saying there, bro, at that rate, you're going to be one of those one that what I was just saying, like, go be stuck with somebody that you don't even like. You know what I'm saying? You going through that bag of Skittles, and dang boy, she fine right now, but she ain't got no ambition. She ain't got no goals. You know what I'm saying?
I know what I'm looking for though, but I just ain't find it yet.
Oh, okay.
So you just eat the rest of the Skittles in the meantime.
Don't say that. Just say Skittles. But yeah, I got you though.
Yeah, but I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the type of mentality it is out here in the society. You know what I'm saying? But all our point is to y'all is you out there. Y'all can be smarter than that. You can know better, cause when you know better, you do better. Make better choices for yourself. Reserve yourself sexually and emotionally so that you can be stronger later in your life when it really count.
Yeah, man.
That's all.
And make
You know what
something
I mean?
out of yourself, man. For real. That's the biggest of it all, man.
Hey.
Lining yourself up to make something out of yourself.
We're gonna switch gear real quick. I'm gonna tell you this. Boom, 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 boom. Time y'all turn 18, y'all know y'all should be focusing on checking your credit. Hey man, time you turn 18, you out there, you should be focusing on your credit, finding out the 6 credit factors, the most important credit factors that affect your credit. And I just throw this out there randomly because that's just something that I wasn't told as a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all kings and queen, man. And a lot of times we see people make decisions because they really trying to get what we'll call trying to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? They make decisions because I want to be rich, but they just don't know that it's really easy if you make the right choices. We just don't have the knowledge and the wisdom, man. Y'all lock in on that credit, making good decisions, a habit. Create you some income, and whether it's getting a job or some type of trade or business for yourself where you can create some income with stability, and you next thing you know, man, you on the right path. You get your credit straight, man, buy you some properties, and you know what I mean, get you a couple of investments, and you living how you want to live, and you can skip all the hardships in the middle. You can skip the jail time, you can skip the diseases, you can skip the pregnancy, you can skip the child support, you can skip the rearation. Trust me, cause I'm telling you, all that right there come with them Skittles in the bag. All that come with them Skittles in the bag, bro. So, you know, I just want to throw that out there, y'all. Make good decisions, man. Lock in on your credit, man. Stay out of trouble, and keep open communication with your parents.
For sure. Y'all got anything y'all want to discuss, man? Talk.
I low-key want to go back onto the topic of STDs.
Go ahead.
Because, like, I know y'all said, you know, you basically don't sleep around, but you can't really say what somebody will and not going to do. So, like, you know, have safe sex and don't sleep with anybody. Because you could have a good female or a good dude and they treat you right, but they don't know what's going on in their body internally. So, y'all done messed around and had unprotected sex, and now y'all both burning. So, you know, before you have sex with somebody, before you lay down and give somebody your all, you know, maybe just go to the doctor and have sex with somebody that you trust.
Yeah, and y'all need to make that an open thing, man. If you open enough to lay down with somebody, you need to be open enough to discuss.
Go to the clinic together.
There you go. You need to be open enough to go to the clinic together, discuss results together. You know what I mean?
She done messed up what I had going on.
Hey, see what I'm saying? Messed up what he had going on with it. You better check that my chart. Check that my chart. Y'all know that y'all better check that my chart, man. Before you start swapping energies and swapping fluids, you need to swap my chart results.
Yeah. But son, I want to tell y'all about that, man. Just knowing, just straight up, self-love. Like when you love yourself, you're gonna do the right thing. I don't care how you get caught up in the moment. Oh, we at a party. Oh, I was in the moment. Nah, man. Love yourself enough to wait. It's okay to wait. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I went through in my life, I see my son, him and my other son. I see them. They do the same thing, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they don't listen. He listen. My other son, Kawan, he listened to, but I don't think it just registered right then. But y'all love yourself, man. Like straight up, I'm talking about with every aspect of life. Like love yourself, man, and it'll take you a long way. Like straight up. That's
All right. Well, yeah, man. You know, we're glad y'all stopped in here to kick it with us for a few minutes. Global Local Podcast. I'm Global Local Don, Global Local Rell. We in here with some of our children.
So, this ain't all of them.
This ain't all of them. So we just want to, come here on Father's Day, spend some time with them, and have some open dialogue about, some of the things that go on in society and the communities, and just ways that the parents and the children can connect more, to be able to get some better results, man, and put your children on a pathway towards success. You know what I mean? Because that's our whole purpose here as Global Locals, to be able to connect our strongest leaders in the community with our troubled youth in order to help them make better decisions. So with that being said, I'm Global Local Don, the Global Local Rell. Hey, we out of here. Never forget. Always remember that you could be local today
And global tomorrow.
You could be local today.
Global tomorrow.
If you say you can, then don't let them say you can't. Shit ain't gonna be funny when you laughing to the bank. Hey, if you know you right, then don't let them say you